What's up, guys? It's your boy Justin back with another Martial Arts Madness Month review. Today we're reviewing the 2011 film Detective Dee and the Mystery of the Phantom Flame. Sorry, directed by famous wuxia film director Tsui Hark and starring Andy Lau, who you might know from a certain film, Infernal Affairs. He was the Matt Damon character, which Matt Damon played the same character from The Departed, which was a remake of Infernal Affairs. Which it's funny. I was recommending clips of The Departed, and I'm like, it's so funny all the stupid like fan theories people have for that movie. It's like dumbasses. Do you not know that this film is a remake? It's funny because I actually saw. I know I've told this story so many times, but I saw the Infernal Affairs first, and when The Departed came out, I was so pissed off because it was like nobody I knew watching the movie. I'm like, wow, this movie ripped off Infernal Affairs, right? And nobody reviewing the film at the time was like, oh yeah, this is a remake of a Hong Kong film. And even like you'll see clips of Scorsese or whoever talk about the movie, and he's like, how it's like all ingenious and all that stuff. It's like, buddy, you did basically what you basically did a cover song. That's basically what they did, man. It's so stupid, and it's like all the stupid fan theories and stuff, right? It's like, dude, dumbasses. The movie's a remake. All your fan theories is bullshit. It's worthless. Oh my god. So yeah, today I'm reviewing the Detective Dee film and the Mystery of the Phantom Flame, which is 2 hours and 3 minutes, rated PG-13. It's fun. I actually watched this film like I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. I bought like the Detective Dee film collection, which came with 3 films. Only Andy Lau only played Detective Dee in the first film, if I'm not mistaken. And my DVD copy was scratched, so straight out from the DVD case, and I wasn't able to watch the ending of that film. So thank God for Tubi for having this movie, and I think they even have the other Detective Dee movies. So yeah, this movie takes place in 690 something, right, AD, in ancient China. The story is the Empress Wu, the first and apparently only female emperor of China, is about to have her coronation and has a 66-yard tall statue of Buddha constructed, right? While the guy in charge of the construction of the Buddha statue is showing it off to Roman envoys, he mysteriously burns up in like flames, right? So it's like, right, after removing amulets, which like sacred talismans from the main pillar of the statue, because the statue's hollow, and there's like a main pillar with chains connecting the outer casing of the statue, right? And after that, there's an albino character called Dong Lai, who is investigator for the Supreme Court, who's also another character in the film, is at present, and he sees he's assisting the main investigator of the film. His superior officer investigating the crime scene, and he ends up burning to death, right, after taking down one of the amulets, right? So afterwards, a magic deer, which is called the chaplain, right, uh, uh, orders the Empress, which there's a CGI deer in the film that talks, yeah, orders the Empress to reinstate Detective Dee, which Detective Dee is Andy Lau's character, who 8 years ago started a rebellion against Empress Wu because he didn't find her to be a legitimate heir, right? So he was in prison ever since, which is a badass action scene where Andy Lau, who's chained to a blind man, and they have to fight off assassins, right? So Empress Wu sends her chief attendant, who's a female martial artist, Jing Er, to go and reinstate Andy Lau's character, and at the same time spy on him, right? So Andy Lau's character takes over the case, teams up with Jing Er, who may or may not be the lesbian lover of the Empress, right? And Dong Lai the albino, right, to investigate the case and to find out what caused all these the mysterious human combustion in the movie, right? Which is the CGI for the human combustion very much reminded me of the early Mummy films with the Brendan Fraser ones, not the Universal and Hammer Mummy films. Oh my god. Which, yeah, there's questionable CGI in this 2011 film, right? But yeah, but there was some cool fight scenes, which apparently the main action choreographer or fight choreographer of the film is Sammo Hung, who is a famous Hong Kong action star, right? Came up around the same time as Jackie Chan and Michelle Yeoh, right? Yeah. So it's funny how a lot of this movie reminded me of the previous film we reviewed, The Patriot, because that movie had propaganda stuff in it, and this movie also has propaganda stuff. But that's the main criticism of Chinese films nowadays, is that they're all propaganda films. I don't think that's true, but maybe the big budget ones, I don't know, right? But yeah, it is weird how the main character of the film was supposedly a rebel who was against the Empress ascending the throne, which it's not even clear what the hell, how is she legitimate to ascend the throne when there's a crown prince who's even older than her, so it's obviously not her son, right? So what the hell, was she just the wife of the previous emperor or something? What the what the hell? They don't really explain that, and she comes off as kind of an evil character, and she looks like she has plastic surgery. She looks pretty much like a Chinese Faye Dunaway from Chinatown. She even at one point in the movie where she appears to Detective Dee in an outfit that's kind of similar to what Faye Dunaway had in Chinatown, which I still haven't seen Chinatown. Somebody spoiled them. I saw a meme of Chinatown that has apparently there's incest in that movie. It's what the hell? Oh my god! Spoilers for Chinatown. Right? Oh my god. I'm going all over the place in this review. Yeah, there's weird CGI, weird they obviously use slow motion cameras on some of the fight scenes, which did not match up with the rest of the film, because obviously the slow motion cameras were not the same quality as the film cameras that they were using. So it's it kind of brings you out of the movie, right? And like the movie is so weird because it's like it has fantastical elements. Like at one point they're fighting a dude uh, in the red cloak who's in a mask who's making beast noises, and it's like three guys wearing the same outfit, right? Who split, right? And then you see the guy, like one of the guys later on in the movie, Detective Dee fights him, and it's like the guy's still making monster noises even though he's out of his disguise. And some people, it's weird because he that character looked African, but at the same time looked uh, Chinese. So I'm like, what? What's going on here? I'm not exactly sure. Right. What the hell was going on with that character? Which there are foreigner characters in the movie, but that I was a little confused about that character. Right. Yeah, it's the thing where I like the movie. Like I know I'm like scatterbrained because like, it is kind of late for me. I'm usually bed at this point, but you know it took me a while to watch this movie, right? I thought the mystery aspect of the movie was cool, was good. I liked the character. I liked his taming mace, which is like a mace which looks like kind of like a sword, but instead of like having a blade, it has like this like kind of staff kind of thing on on the end of the hilt, and the hilt like has like a switch that like that like spins the like staff portion of the mace, so he can like the reason why it does that. The mace has a special property where while he's fighting like people with swords or any like not even just swords, with weapons or objects, he can find the spinning like rotational like staff weapon will make this ringing sound, and it will help detect like cracks in the weapon, so he can strike at the well, it's basically he can find with the staff, his dragon taming mace, he can find the weak point of any weapon, right? So the action scenes with the dragon taming mace weapon are pretty cool. Though he only gets that weapon at more than a halfway point in the movie, right? And yeah, so it's like here's the thing, like there's not much else for me to talk about without spoiling the ending of the film, right? So I'm not going to do that because I like the movie and I think it's worth watching. Though there are problems with the, like I said, the slow motion cameras during the fight scenes kind of messed up the immersion. There's bad CGI in the film. There's bad CGI in the film, right? But the action scenes, I thought the action choreography was great. I like the wuxia elements in the film, right? I thought the characters were pretty great. Weird, like, propaganda stuff in the movie, I think. I'm not 100% too sure. And then there was the weird, like, romance stuff in the movie, which, like the weird love triangle between, like, the Empress, Jing R, and the main character, Detective T. If there was even a love triangle, I'm not even 100% sure, right? Overall, I would recommend the movie. The movie has its problems, so I'm only giving it like a 6.5 out of 10. But it's worth watching, and like I said, it's on Tubi, so I would check it out. So our next review, I'm gonna do a thing a little different this year from last year, where I'm gonna do a rotation where I'm gonna review Chinese film, South Korean film, Japanese film, and Western, martial arts film, right? So so the next movie is going to be a South Korean wuxia type movie. So look forward to that. Peace.